Hey, Blue Light Brigade, via Instagram, need the internet. It's me, T, from the Pattersons, taking the train to the bed. Hey, I got the thing down there. Oh, just a second. I got to change because I'm still in my night mode for my Muti bag. My night mode for Muti bag because I only wear the Muti bag above my, first the root chakra and below the sacrum chakra. Look, man, don't worry about that part. When I'm not wearing a collared shirt, but I'm wearing a collared shirt like my Coast Guard shirt. I was in the Coast Guard. I was in the Air Force. That's why I landed my helicopter. Okay, I'm back. Woo! Grand Rising. Yes, this is a Grand Rising report. You know something? I have a new appreciation. Yeah, a new appreciation for Whitney Houston. I know she's passed, peace and blessings on her eternal soul. But boy, woo-wee. I mean, really, I have a much new appreciation. You know what? She had done this thing one time with her hubby, Bobby Brown, for Mr. Bojangles, a tribute to, I guess it was a tribute to Sammy Davis Jr. But it was fantastic. She was singing, Bobby Brown was dancing. It was fantastic. I've always liked that one. Anyway, back to the point. It's a Grand Rising report, and I got a report. Oh, gosh. Sorry, that one. I still got clove in my mouth. It's under my tongue, so I can still... Actually, I should be practicing my articulation because sooner or later, my muscle is going to adjust and my articulation will come back. So while I have the clove under my tongue, which I do every morning, like early in the morning, maybe 1 or 2 or 12, whatever, I put it on my tongue, and then, it gets soft, and eventually I start chewing on it. But now, when it's under my tongue right now, it means I can't move my tongue the way you should move your tongue. Well, I guess I can, because it stays under there. It doesn't choke me or nothing like that. It just stays under there. And all night long, the clovey thing is coming and going into my system. One clove. I came up with that myself. Nobody told me about that. Nobody should tell Blue Light Brigade, let me say something. Nobody should tell you anything. Because you can't be told anything. I don't tell you anything. So actually I do tell you. But you don't have to listen. You don't have to listen to nobody but yourself. And the way you listen to yourself, you keep on digging and trying to find more about yourself, which everybody should be doing anyway, because that's the only way you're going to survive in this modern world, because there's a lot of stuff happening out here. Anyway, back to the point. For this Grand Rising report, I wanted to bring up before I forget. And so I got the clove on there, right? But I also, I can't see it back. Oh yeah, right there. There's my tea, my morning tea. I mix the nettle leaf, right, with this Kerala tea kind of bark, right? And I let it steep for a long time. Boil the water, and then maybe about 10, maybe even 15 minutes is just there. Then I take it, I put the water in, then I put the thing over steep, right? Then I take it out and strain the I take the bark and everything, I get rid of that, and then I just have the tea, which is also in cinnamon and clove, right? And now it's back there, just sitting there, cinnamon and clove, still hot, because that's how you get, purified water. I mean, this whole thing with water, look, I just found out. This is one of the things I found out. Grand Rising report, I tell you what I found out in the last 24, 48 hours, that, internet is a wonderful thing, by the way, that, we purify the water, the filters, and the food, that's great. But the other thing you can do is steep or boil the hot water for your tea and steep it longer than the 3 minutes or the 5 minutes that they say, you see? And usually they say use black tea or green tea or somebody else's tea. I use whatever I want. Anyway, so that's what I do in the morning. And now I've been trying to do it twice a day, so I have this tea all the time, this purified water, all the time. Because I'm on a huge mission. I gotta get my body back to where it needs to be. And my muscle mass is next, right? So I feel all right, but this has got to, see this thing here? See, I had the Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy hit, and it went, and did all kinds of weird things to me. I that looked like Quasimodo, and this is the last remnants that you could sort of tell. I said, what's wrong with that boy's lip? I punched him in the lip, and it's sort of swollen. God, that could be inflammation. Now I gotta find some tea and stuff for inflammation, so that'll go down more. It's getting better up top. It's getting better there, getting better there. I can just be patient, right? I got another month. Yeah, more than a month and a half. No, month and a week in India, which is my healing spot. But look, here's the plan. It's morning report. Morning report. I'm sorry. Grand Rising report. I'm supposed to tell you everything's going on. Where now I've doubled down because things have gotten into place, right? I'm feeling much better. I walked longer yesterday. There's less thing, right? I'm gonna get some more castor oil. Put on my muscles at night. Now I've got my plan. I keep on alternating, refining, and all the rest of that stuff. Hopefully, the really will call me sometime today or tomorrow, and I can get the cranial sacral guy to work on me. If not, I still have the music thing. So, in the next 5 weeks or so, you should see a big change. Oh, that's the other thing. See, now when I first got the Bell's palsy, I've been noticing this too with people. You see how I got my wrinkles back up here? See, this was flat like that. And I only had like one wrinkle there. But now all of them are coming back, you know. So if this gets a little more come back, you know, it's like your brain on the outside. No, so that's coming back. So hey, I might be able to speak the way I should speak because I'm an articulator, and I've been practicing too. Okay, see, one of the things in Auroville, I'm in Auroville right now in southern India. I'm gonna finish with this. I'm talking to everybody. Forget Blue Light Brigade. I know it's going to be soon. Whatever. Look, I finished the draft of the poem I've been working on. Now, here's the thing about these poems. These are 49-word poems called Kwansabas. It's derivative out of that whole thing with the Karanga, the trader Karanga created this whole thing, and out of that came this whole principle, the Kwanzaa came out of that. But Eugene B. Redmond took that kind of concept, right, and he's a poet, right, and started a progenitor of a poetry form, which is 49 words, right, 7 lines to this poem, and each line has seven words to it, right, and every word has to be less than 7 letters or less. It's a great exercise. Anyway, so I did start it last year. Well, the rising sun. Everybody, we're going to take a breath and take a short breath like that. Then we're going to breathe out. Ready? Here we go. Welcome in to the new day. Okay. So, what I've been doing, when I was here last year, I was here for 4 months last year. I started doing this because there was an open poetry reading, but they didn't open as the open mic. They didn't do it this year, so I started going up to Johnny's every Sundays and delivering my Kwansaba. But here's the deal: it's delivering it. Now, remember, I started writing poetry like 1971. Why? Because I couldn't spell. See, when you do stuff, you shouldn't just jump in. I want to do this. No, you got to have It's got to be a plan that incorporates a routine that you can be comfortable with. That's not a burden routine. Like you say, I got to get every morning and exercise. Well, yeah, but then when it rains, whatever. My point is, so I started writing poetry because I couldn't spell. Then I got all right at it. I'm actually a wordsmith. Hence, that's why I started writing for words. I'm more of a wordsmith than a poet, right? Just to let you know, right? And a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm a poet," and then they just write something, and some people know what. But what I do is I do a draft, right? I do I've been writing poetry since all those years, since 1971. So I know. See, when you do a poem, you got to go through it, it might take days, months, Well, days, weeks, months, years. I got a poem I've been working on for years. And then I make my corrections right there. Then I put it into my phone, into the note thing, which I haven't done yet. I just finished this part. And just for the spell check kind of thing. Not for words, for the spell check kind of thing. See, because remember, don't worry about the part. Then I write it into the book. Now this particular poem started a little bit different because I was up at Johnny's and I started, see this stuff, I started writing it there, but then I finally got back here and I started doing that. So in a way, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave this right here like this for the start. Then on this side, I'm going to write that, what I just finished right there, right? Now, when I finish that, then I put it on this, I got this, like, artist paper, whatever. I put that with colors and that. Now I started with those color things, it's just different colors. Now when I do that, I try to connect words with the different colors. See how does this work? Okay, forget that part, we'll do that another time. Let me go back to the reading. So when Johnny's at read, usually I just, like when I first finish, I'll read it through, then I'll read it for, like probably tomorrow, I'll read it for the Instagramming, right? I'll show the different forms, except for the phone thing, because I'm shooting on the phone, so I can't use the phone thing. Anyway, then I will actually do it one time, cold reading when I first did it, right? Which doesn't sound very good, but you gotta see the gradation, you gotta see the growth, whatever have it. Then between that and when I finish, usually I'm finished from a Thursday, something like that, and I may or may not start practice it or read it aloud before I get to Sunday. Now I'm going like, what I need to do, I need to rehearse. Hey, preparation is everything. In theater, you rehearse. There's a reason you rehearse, you know. So I'm thinking, okay, now I know you're not trying to be some great poet. I don't remember, I use the old school poetry, you got to read it off the thing. Anyway, the point is, I should rehearse. Why? Because then I'll get better at but I'll get better at oralizing my stuff. Because the more you do something, the better you get. So that's the revelation, the grand rising revelation I have for this morning. Just thought I'd let you know. Talk to you later.